Good morning, this is Tom, Negotiating with Jesus, trying to figure out how to do these videos. What are they? Why am I doing them? I'm an average player. I was just thinking about to tell you how average players play chords. So you need to be able to play the chords. Average players, they start seeing what the better players are doing. They can't copy it. So I was just watching a Stevie Ray Vaughan video. So this is high-level blues player. And the guitar teacher who was watching him, I can't remember the channel, it's a really enjoyable guitar teacher. And he's high level. He's watching Stevie and he can duplicate all the things Stevie's doing. He can explain it. I'm not, I don't think, ever going to be at the level that I explain the minor sevenths and the 13ths or whatever, the Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix styles. I'm not going to do that. So if you're a good player, average player, and want to level up to really good, this isn't your channel. This is a channel for people who are beginner players who want to be average. This is the average player's graveyard. An average player starts figuring out the tricks. So playing a C chord like that, one of my songs, I do a little C add D. That's the second of the run C, D, E, F, G. The C scale starts with C and ends with B. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. No sharps, no flats. You can add a D to the chord and it gives it a little tweak that sounds cool and interesting. Now, the good guitar players start holding chords a little different than the beginner moves. So beginner G, you're playing the G, the B, and the D, G, B, D. 1, 3, 5. G, A, B, that's the third. C, D, that's the fifth. 1, 3, 5. The pro guys start throwing in, they throw out the B because the B it adds something, but there's a sweetness if you throw out the B and add more D's and G's, just 1 and 5. So you ditch the B, you don't hold it, you ditch it, and with the fat part of your finger, you mute that string. Then you add a D, so you normally play a G like this. We're going to ditch the B and add a D, so it's G's and D's. It just sounds rich and full, and 1 and 5, it's thick. Now when you do that, this is the way at the end of the neck, the cowboy chords, which I love them. It's what acoustic guitars were made for, thick, rhythmic, end of the neck chords. That's where I'm going to live and die. What you do is you have a G that's shaped like that. You hold the bottom two strings, you're adding the D instead of the open B. Make it a D. We ditch the B. Who needs B's in your G chord? Now when you're in that chord, it's easy to switch to the C. You just drop this middle finger to the C and you add the E. You keep the D, add a G, C, E, G. So instead of playing the open E, you're adding a G, so it's C, E, and G. C, E, G. D, you're adding a second. I live on the end of the neck. That works with E minors and A minors. That goes with a D. So when you get to a certain level, an average player, you find that you can keep your finger, your ring finger, on this D and play a lot of chords. The D, it's already set for the D. It goes easily to the C and then the G. Okay, so Stevie Ray Vaughan, I'm watching this video, and this guy's explaining the video. It's fantastic. I'm not going there. What my whole goal, and I'll explain this over and over, is to in some way defeat Albert, the AI bot. I'm going to use my code name Albert so that someday when AI has taken over and is trying to find me, I'm just going to be talking about some dude named Albert. It's the AI bot, the AI bot. What I want is all humans to start carrying a creator load. So YouTube is a place where everybody can go on and make some space. What I want you to do is die in the big war, die a creator who's an average musician and still is carrying the human aspect of music. So the AI is going to try and take all of great music and pull all the things that go together over and over in thousands and thousands of songs. And if you go to Rick Beato and watch one of his videos on an AI composition, it was a pretty beautiful, solid track, country song. And the voice and the music, the drums, the whole thing was AI, sampled music, pulled all these ways of creating songs pulled together, and the AI says, okay, songs are made like this. And it can lay the whole thing out. And it's satisfying enough that a consumer, if you're on the consumer side, not the creator side, the consumer could be satisfied with that music. I want you to be one of the creators who says, that's great, but I would rather do something that sucks and do it as a human and carry the workload, the slave labor of making average music and never getting credit for it. I want you to make average music for no credit. Do it because you love it, because you want to carry something beautiful and be on the creator side. So you have to get at least average. So you start playing average. So I'm going to die having written some songs, carried music forward in some average way, that music was made by people. And I want to die. I want everyone to keep carrying music. So my last thing I wanted to talk about is chess. So computer chess, back in the 80s or so, maybe the 90s, Garry Kasparov, the chess world champion. And, you know, there were probably some better chess players out there, but they weren't in the competition. They were just unknowns. They were great, great chess players. A computer beat Garry Kasparov, Big Blue, something like that. And now, computer chess programs, there's some sense that there's no human that can beat a computer at chess. Chess is an art, it's a science, it's a strategic game that has a limited amount of moves, which is in maybe the billions, but computers can rattle off, as Garry Kasparov moves pieces, can rattle off all the counter moves that defeated this position on the chessboard. So AI can beat the greatest players because it can accomplish the greatest level of chess. AI is going to be going for the greatest level of music. It's going to be playing level of, I don't care who you like. If you like Bach, it's going to be computing with Bach. What are all the moves Bach did? What would it sound like if I composed a classical piece that used strategies that Bach used, and Beethoven, and Mozart? What would that look like? And the computers are going to be copying the greats. You know who they're not going to be copying? Us average players. We're going to be out playing like bad chess players. We're just going to keep the human. Chess is fun. We're not going to let the great chess become computer chess. The great music become computer music. We're going to keep playing. So I want you to get average. I want you to do exercises every day. I want you to learn chords. And then I want you to write songs. So I have songs. have songs, and you can play songs and create songs if you're average. So we're going to do songs, and every human out there, you know, I want this to be millions of subscribers, and all of us creating songs that give us some joy that a computer can't know, the joy of creating a song. So we're going to learn how to put together chords. We're going to use our voice because we want words, and I don't care if you're good. I don't care if you're good. I want you to be average. The crow gets to sing. This is one of my another analogies. The mockingbird or the bluebird, whoever sings beautifully on your shoulder, the bluebird on your shoulder. Yeah, that's great. Mariah Carey, that's great. Taylor Swift, you have, you know, you're the best. You know, no one should be on stage. You're the only one who is worthy. The average people, you guys suck. We don't want to listen to you. I want you to sing anyway, like a little crow. Oh, I don't want to hear that song. I do want to hear that song. Sing, crow. If everyone says you're not good enough, God says you are good enough. All the birds get to sing. So I want the average to write songs, use your voice, and you're going to learn to tell stories, and that's where we're going with this. We're going to do exercises. Pentatonic, cage system, C-A-G, this is going to be the G shape of a C, E, and D. Those are all C chords. The cage system is where you play a C chord, the C scale, in 5 positions. I'm going to keep doing the pentatonic scale. I'm going to do it every day. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get better and better. Yesterday I did just exercises. And then I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, going up and down, getting all the notes. We're going to songwriting. Do your exercises. Songs live on top of exercises. And I don't know if I'm stealing riffs. I don't care. I don't care if you're stealing riffs. If you're an average player, you're going to put together music, and AI is stealing, and Stevie Ray Vaughan is stealing. He sounds like, kind of like Hendrix, whatever. He's taking the music like a computer. He's taking everything that's out there and thinking, here's what comes from my heart. Well, that's what somebody else did. Who cares? Stevie did it pretty good. Let him do it. Well, you know, the Stones are copying blues. So what? Who doesn't want to copy blues? It's awesome. Don't worry about copying. We're going to create songs. So this is a long video, 13 minutes, trying to give you some philosophy why, if you love music, you need to be in the fight. We're going to keep playing, doing our practice exercises, and then we're going to use our voice and our storytelling ability to tell little stories that becomes your song. Before you die, you're going to have 8 songs that you like and you play and you put into the world, and nobody cares, but it is part of the goodness, the creation of this beautiful thing, music. That's it. I will see you next time.